Hello my dear students, I welcome you all on my YouTube channel one more time, Curious Physics, and today I am going to start the next concept of this particular chapter, moving charges and magnetism. The basic concept is a torque. When a particular conductor, or you can say when a current carrying conductor is put in a particular magnetic field, it will give you torque. It will give you torque. But before starting this concept, I will try to remind you what we have studied in the last particular concept. The last concept was when an electric conductor, or you can say a current carrying conductor, is put in a magnetic field, it will give you a magnetic force. It will give you a magnetic force, and the value of magnetic force is I L cross B, or you can say that I L B sine theta. Okay, are you able to understand my point or not? And before starting this concept, I am going to introduce one more physical quantity in the field of magnetic field, and that particular quantity is magnetic moment. That particular quantity is magnetic moment. Magnetic moment. Magnetic moment. Magnetic moment is nothing but it is denoted by small m. Magnetic moment is nothing but it is the product of current through that particular loop and area of the loop. This is simply the magnetic moment. This is basically nothing but the magnetic moment, and that value of, or you can say how to find this particular magnetic moment is behave as a vector. And as we know that we have studied that area is also a vector quantity. So the direction of this magnetic moment, particular magnetic moment is same as the direction of area vector. And here we will deal with the open surfaces. We will take so many current loops. So how to find the value of this particular magnetic moment? Let's say this is a loop, this is a particular loop. Let's say this is a loop, this is a circular loop, and you can say R is the radius of the circular loop, and current is moving in this direction. Let's say I current is moving in this direction. Then what will be the value of magnetic moment? Magnetic moment will be nothing but, you can say, I A pi r square. But what will be the value of, you can say, what will be the direction of this magnetic moment? The direction of magnetic moment, let's say, the curl your fingers in the direction of current in the loop. Curl your fingers in the direction of loop, and the direction of thumb will tell you the direction of magnetic moment. In this case, the current is in clockwise direction, so the direction of magnetic movement will be inside the paper. The direction of thumb is inside the paper. So this is the direction of magnetic movement. Are you able to understand my point or not? The direction of magnetic movement is very, very important, or you can say that the direction of and every quantity which you have studied in this particular, the case of magnetic field, let's say magnetic field force, this particular magnetic field is very, very important. Are you able to understand my point or not? Okay, and rest is very simple. The units of this magnetic moment are ampere, meter square, and dimension formula is nothing but A for current and L square for this particular length. Rest is very, very simple. The main is direction. Okay, so let's say start the concept of this torque. When a particular loop is placed in a placed in a magnetic field, it experiences a torque, or you can say a couple torque. Okay, the basic setup is this. These two magnets, this is north and this is south. Okay, then this particular, the magnetic field in this particular system is flow from, the direction of magnetic field is from north to south direction. The magnetic field direction of magnetic field is from north to south direction, and the size of these magnets are very big. So these particular magnets produces a constant magnetic field, and the length, this particular side has a length B, this has a side length B, and this particular length has a side A. Okay, has length A, this particular side has. Okay, and this particular I current is passing through this loop. This particular current I passing through this loop, and the current passing through this loop with the help of this battery. This is the basic setup. This is the basic setup. Okay, and this is the direction of, this is the basic direction of magnetic movement. We have just studied. If the current is moving in horizontal direction, then the direction will be in, this particular magnetic movement direction will be in downward direction. Magnetic movement will have direction in downward direction. Are you able to getting my point or not? This is the basic setup. Okay, we can say that this basic setup can, now this particular, what this particular side AB and DS, what will be the direction of force? Because the magnetic field is B, which is produced by these big magnets. Then what will be the force experienced by this AB? This AB side will experience the force, and the angle between length and magnetic field is 90-degree angle. So this particular side will experience the force F1 is equal to I, and L is I, B is the you can say the length of the side, and B. Okay, and this particular force will be in downward direction. Are you able to getting my point or not? Will be in downward direction. Okay, now this again side, this particular side, you can say CD, this particular CD side again experience the force F2. The force is same but in upward direction. And the other two sides AD and BC will not experience any force, because the direction of BC, the length, angle between length and magnetic field is 0, and sine 0 is 0. Okay, the simple structure you can make like this. The simple structure is, let's say this is the length, and this force is IB in downward direction, and this is upward IBB, and the loop will rotate. These forces try to rotate. This is A by 2 and this is A by 2. Okay, and this particular loop will rotate with the help of this direction. Okay, so this loop, these forces try to rotate this loop. Okay, and the force, this is F1 and this is F2. Are you able to understand my point or not? So this particular loop will rotate in this direction, Okay, are you able to getting my point or not? Okay, so next is what is the value of torque about this point O? Okay, so first of all, the net force is on this loop, F net is equal to 0, because F1 is in downward direction and F2 is in upward direction. So F net is 0. And the value of torque, this particular F1 force is try to rotate this loop in anti-clockwise direction, and F2, this F2 force is also try to rotate this loop in anti-clockwise direction. anti-clockwise direction, and torque, as you know from class 11th, the torque is a vector quantity. If the direction is same, both the torques will add, and this is also a coupled torque, and the coupled torque is equal to force into distance between them, or you can simply add the torques about the point O. So the torque is IB A by 2 plus IBB A by 2 from the second force. So you will get the value of I AB into B, or you can say I A B. This is the value of torque. If this particular loop has n terms, if loop has n terms, then the value of torque will be NIAB. Are you able to getting my point or not? But in this case, this is not the general case. This is basically the special case, because here initially what I have considered that particular direction, or the initial position of this particular loop is perpendicular to the that particular magnetic field. Okay, but here this particular wires had this particular direction. The initial angle may be some theta. Okay, this can be the initial position. So here the forces remain same. The force will be IBB, and here the IBB. And if you want to find the value of torque about this point, then what will be the value of torque? Torque will be IBB into perpendicular distance, and that perpendicular distance will be A by 2 sine theta. If this is the resultant, then this component will be A by 2 sine theta. This particular component will be A by 2 sine theta. Are you able to understand my point or not? This angle is theta, basically this angle is theta, then this component will be A by 2 sine theta. Then the total torque will be IBB A by 2 sine theta. Are you able to getting my point or not? And theta is the angle between M, means theta is the angle between magnetic moment and magnetic field. So total torque will be IAB sine theta, and I is IA B sine theta. And what is the value of IA? IA is, we have just defined M B sine theta, or you can say that M cross B, and theta is the angle between magnetic moment and magnetic field. Okay, if there is n turns in the loop, then the torque will be N M cross B. Are you able to understand my point or not? Or you can say that this is equal to NIA B sine theta. Everything is same, but you have to find how we have just reached this particular result. And here this is magnetic moment. You can compare this quantity with electric torque. When a particular electric dipole is placed in a constant electric field, in that case, in chapter 1 we have studied that the electric torque will be equal to P cross E. Okay, are you able to understand my point or not? Because both magnetic field, we are trying to set up some analogy between magnetic field and electric field. So at that particular point, we have said that the torque is P cross C, and P is basically nothing but the electric dipole movement, and here M is magnetic movement. Are you able to understand my point or not? Okay, now next thing is the stable and unstable equilibrium. Stable and unstable equilibrium. Unstable equilibrium. When angle between, you can say the torque is N, yeah, you can say that N mb sin theta. This is basically nothing but the torque. When theta is zero, you can say that the angle between magnetic movement and magnetic field is zero. Then this particular loop is in stable equilibrium. What is the meaning of stable equilibrium? Stable equilibrium mean to say that when will be the torque is zero in this particular loop. When theta is equal to 0, the torque is zero, F net is already z0. The equilibrium is the condition when there is no torque. When theta is equal to 0, then torque is equal to 0. Then theta is equal to 180, torque is also 0. So equilibrium condition is when there is no torque. Okay, so equilibrium is the condition. You can say equilibrium is the condition when net torque is 0, and this particular condition can be achieved when theta is equal to 0 and theta is equal to 180 degree, because at sine 0 is 0 and sine 180 is also 0. Are you able to getting my point or not? And if torque is 0, then one point is stable equilibrium and other point is unstable equilibrium. So at stable equilibrium mean to say that when theta is equal to 0, this particular setup is in stable equilibrium. Mean to say that if you try to rotate the loop, it will try to go to its initial position. Okay, if you just try to rotate the particular loop by external force, it will immediately try to go to its initial position. This is the case of stable equilibrium, and theta is equal to 180 is opposite. This is unstable equilibrium. Mean to say that in this particular condition, if you try to rotate the loop, it will not try to come to its initial position. It will try to move away from initial position. Okay, when just remember one point in your mind. Just remember, if magnetic movement and magnetic field are parallel, then is stable equilibrium. And when these particular magnetic movement and magnetic field are anti-parallel, then there is unstable equilibrium. Are you able to understand my point or not? This is the basic conceptual clarity about the torque and everything else. Okay, are you able to getting my point or not? Okay, this is okay. So next is the numerical related to this particular concept, and this, if you able to solve this particular numerical, mean to say that your understanding up to the mark about the concept related to torque, magnetic field, magnetic moment, etc. Okay, let's say the question is a closely wound circular loop coil of 100 turns and radius 10 cm carries a current of 3.2 ampere. The value given, the N is 100 turns, R is R is nothing but 10 centimeter, N is you can say N is 100, R is 10 centimeter or 10 into 10 raised to power minus 2 meter, and current is 3.2 ampere. Find the magnetic field at the center of the coil, and you know that the magnetic field at the center of coil, the formula is nothing but mu naught I upon 2R. Mu naught I upon 2R. So mu naught is 4 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7. I is given, R is given. You can easily find the value of magnetic field at the center. Next is B part is nothing but you have to find determine the magnetic moment of the coil. You have to find the value of magnetic moment, and we have just derived magnetic moment is nothing but the value I into A, and here A will be I is 3.2, A is pi r square, pi into r square 10 into 10 raised to power minus 2 whole square. You will get the value of magnetic moment. You have to just focus on the calculation. This is the second part. The third part is the coil is placed in a vertical plane. Okay, the coil is placed in a vertical plane and free to rotate about a horizontal axis. Okay, free to rotate in horizontal axis coinciding with its diameter. Okay, along. Okay. It is placed in a uniform magnetic field 2 Tesla directed horizontally such that initially the axis of the coil is along the magnetic field. Okay, the coil is then allowed to rotate through an angle 90 degree under the action of the magnetic field. Find the magnitudes of the torques in the coil in initial and the final position. Okay, so initially the angle is here, the magnetic moment is this. The torque is nothing but M cross B. In first case, or you can say MB sin theta. In first case, theta is 0, mean to say that torque is 0, and in second case, theta is equal to 90 degrees, and you will get the value of sin 0 is 0 and sin 90 is 1. So the value will be MB, and you have just find the value of M. The B is given, so that's why you will easily get the value of this particular all the question. The D part is something related to the mechanics, and in this D part, the calculate the angular speed of the coil when it has rotated through 90 degree. It has rotated through 90 degree. Take the moment of inertia of the coil to be 0.1 kg, and whatever will be the value. But remember, my dear friends, we have just studied that the torque is equal to nothing but torque is MB sin theta. Torque is sin theta. Here the question is calculate the angular speed of the coil when it has rotated through 90 degree. Mean to say that initial condition was 0 degree and final condition was 90 degree. So at every point angle is changing. We cannot directly put the value of theta and get the answer. Here you have to use the integration, because at every point 0 to 90 theta is changing. Okay, so the torque, you can write the torque in the form of moment of inertia and angular acceleration. This particular concept is from class 11th. M is M, B is B, and you can say sin theta. You can write I, angular speed by time, is equal to MB sin theta. Okay, are you able to getting my point or not? Okay, next is I is equal to I d omega by dt. You can write d omega by dt. You can multiply it with d theta and divide by d theta, because in right hand direction right hand side the variable is theta. MB sin theta, I d omega by dt, and you can write here just like this. You have to just rearrange the terms. You can write d theta by dt, and 1 d theta is going right hand direction, sin theta. The d theta, are you able to getting my point or not? I d theta by d dt omega d omega mb sin theta d theta. Okay, so you have to, now you can integrate both sides. Integrating both sides, I integrate in omega initial 0 to final condition omega d omega mb integration 0 to pi by 2 sin theta d theta. Are you able to getting my point or not? Are you able to understand my point or not? Next is just simple integration. I omega d omega is omega square by 2 and initial to final, you will get this value is equal to mb sin theta is minus cos theta 0 to pi by 2. After I omega square by 2, we have to find value minus mb cos 90 cos pi by 2 or cos 90 is 0 minus cos 0 1 minus minus plus, you will get omega square is equal to mb 2 divided by I. Omega is equal to under root 2. You know the value of m, you know the value of b, and you know the value of I, which is the moment of inertia. After solving this, you will get the value of omega. You will get the value of omega. Okay, are you able to understand this particular concept? This is simple mechanics. This is simple mechanics. Okay. Next is, these are the basically the questions related to basic understanding. The questions related to basic understanding. A current carrying circular loop lies on a smooth horizontal plane. Can a uniform magnetic field be set up in such a manner that the loop turns around itself? Loop, that is the turns about the vertical axis. Mean to say that loop is lie in this direction, and this is the vertical direction and this is the horizontal direction. If loop lies in this direction, then what will be the direction of magnetic moment? Magnetic moment direction will be in this direction. In this direction. So if you want to turn this loop, you that value of torque should be in this direction. But this is not possible. This is not possible because here, if you want to turn this particular loop, there will be some angle between magnetic field and this particular you can say magnetic moment. So this is not possible. Second is, a current carrying circular loop is located in a uniform external magnetic field. If the wire is free to turn, what is the orientation of the stable equilibrium, and show that in this orientation. Okay, the current carrying circular loop is located in a uniform external. If the wire is free to turn, what is the orientation of stable equilibrium will be when the angle between magnetic moment and magnetic field is 0. Just we have studied the direction of magnetic moment and direction of magnetic field will be same. Okay, so last is, if a loop is irregular shape carrying current is locating in an external magnetic field, if the wire is flexible, why does it change to a circular shape? Because in a circular shape, the maximum area will be there. In a circular shape, maximum area will be there, or if the area is maximum, then you can say the maximum magnetic field can pass through that particular area, and we will discuss the term magnetic flux in next chapter. So mean to say that if area is maximum magnetic flux can pass through that particular area. This is the basic reason. All three A, B, C part are very, very important for your conceptual clarity. Are you able to understand my point or not? Are you able to understand this basically basic concept or not? Okay. So the next topic is circular current loop as a magnetic dipole. Here is nothing but you have to relate the both concepts of electric field and magnetic field. What we have studied on the axis of a current carrying loop, the value of magnetic field was the value of magnetic field was value of magnetic field was mu naught I r square divided by 2 into x square plus r square raised to power 3 by 2. This was the value of magnetic field on the axis of a magnetic you can say the basically current carrying loop. The value at a particular axis at a distance x, the magnetic field will be this. The magnetic field was this. So here you have to convert, you can say here the x is very greater than r. If x is very greater than r, then x square plus r square is approximately is equal to x square. Are you able to getting my point or not? So you can write this relation mu naught I r square to x raised x cube. Okay, are you able to getting my point or not? Now the multiply by pi and divide by pi, you will get mu naught I pi r square divided by 2 pi x cube. Now divide and multiply denominator and numerator with 2, you will get mu naught I 2 mu naught I pi r square divided by 4 pi x cube, 4 pi x cube. Now this particular value can be written as mu naught I into I 2 mu naught I m, because pi r square is a area and ia is m, and 4 pi x cube. Now mu naught I into I into a, here I have to write initially a ia, so you can write 2 mu naught m divided by 4 pi x cube. This is the relation in the form of magnetic moment. Now try to relate this relation in case of electric field at the, you know that electric field on the axis of on a dipole at a distance x, and the value was 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2p by x cube. You know that this is the basic analogy. This is on the axis. On you can say the perpendicular bisector or at equatorial plane, the value was on equatorial plane value was 4 pi epsilon naught p by x cube, basically minus. Okay, I think you have studied the first chapter very well. This is particular relation is related to that. So here again we can write this is on the axis, and now the equatorial plane the value will be minus mu naught by 4 pi m by x cube. This is you can just simply set up the analogy. M is the magnetic moment and P is the electric dipole moment. Are you able to getting my point or not? You justly say that mu naught is analogically related to 1 by epsilon naught. You can say, though this kind of relation will help you to memorize all the formulas very easily. One more thing here, just the difference is the charges can be you can say the charges can be there you can say alone, can be there in alone form. Okay, but in case of magnetic field, north and south cannot be there alone. They have to be in pairs. Okay, you can say the basically Q charge can be there alone, but north or south, you can say the monopoles cannot exist. They have to exist in pairs. Okay, so this is all about the analogy between electric field and magnetic field we have, and the basic idea is how to find the value of torque and solve these simple questions. Okay, how to derive this particular relation. Okay, every particular concept should be in your mind very clearly. Okay, are you able to understand my point or not? Okay, so that's all for now. I will see you soon in next particular lecture, and that particular lecture will be the last lecture of this topic, and in that chapter we will discuss the concept of galvanometer and try to solve all the question of your NCERT exercise book. Okay, so basically keep practicing and try to solve all the derivations by yourself. That will increase your confidence. So that's all from my side. Take care. Bye bye. Have a nice time.